When I was on the train to uni, I was reading my book and there was this baby sitting next to me, and he was sitting on his mother's lap, and as I was reading, he started grabbing the book and he started like turning the pages and having a look. It was so cute, it was so adorable. I smiled a lot because I got into uni, and as per usual these days, I've been bringing in food and just popping it in the physics building. There's a fridge in there, I can just put it in there. And I'm very grateful for that actually. And then after that I went into the gym. It was a nice day today. I think yesterday was a leg day, today was just pull-ups and some shoulder presses, and then that's it. I saw Bogdad as usual. I've been seeing Bogdad quite a good few times this week. I've enjoyed it because, you know, he's a cool guy, Bogdad. Anyway, after that I got coffee from Grand Cafe, and I worked on my project. I worked outside, so like there's a bench outside Grand Cafe, and I just kind of like sat there for half an hour and done my project. I still wanted to do my project even though my exam is tomorrow, because I really enjoy doing it. And yesterday, although I didn't regret not doing it, I didn't recreate that same feeling. I was outside just soaking up the sunlight. It was really nice. And it was nice because it was hot, but the sun wasn't glaring down. And I'm okay with that, but I'm just worried about my computer. I'm worried that maybe it's gonna overheat or something like that. So like the previous day, I was hesitant to work outside because I thought my computer would get ruined, but that wasn't an issue today. So that was very nice and enjoyable. Then I actually got a text from one of my other friends saying like, hey, are you in today? And I was like, yeah, I am in today. And I saw on their story that so when I finally replied to that, because I was in gym at that time, and when they sent the text, like there was a bit of a lag time between that, I saw that they was in the library, and I saw that they was in 4th floor. So instead of going into 2nd floor silent study, I went into 4th floor, and I done my half an hour's worth of work. So I was quite productive this day because I actually woke up. Basically I got to uni I woke up at 9, I got to uni at 11, which doesn't sound very good because my target is to get to uni by 10, but it's better than getting to uni at 12. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like it was better than what it's been, and there was it's a step towards the right direction. So the point I'm trying to make is that by this point, I think it's like before 1, and I've done my gym, I've done my project work, and I've done 1 study session. So I was in the top of the library doing that with my friend, which was quite nice actually. Not Bogdan, like a different friend. Then after that, I went into my walk as usual. You know, the walk I do around midday. Decided to leave the library. After I came back from my walk, I was very hungry, so I went into the physics museum and I warmed up my food in the microwave there. It looked really nice, physics building, which was very nice. But after that, I had to get back to library because I got lots of work to do and I have a test tomorrow, so you know, I got to get on with it. So I went back into library for half an hour. I done work. I kind of like do this thing where it's like, okay, I've had lunch, so I don't want to buy anything because I want to use the quote unquote motivation from having lunch to do at least 1 piece of work. And I was with my friend at this point, but then they left. I went outside for a break, and I knew I wanted to get like a sweet treat and a hot chocolate as I did the next day. By this point I had given up on the whole like 1 coffee thing. Like I was like, nah, it's not happening, bro. It's all right because it's actually not that much. Like it's £7, so it's not too much. But the thing is, it's that in combination with the days I go to central London. So on the days I go to central London and I bring lunch, sometimes I'll spend like £20, which doesn't sound bad, but then like if you add the £20 and then like the usual £7 a day, and then like one day you spend like £20, that's a lot, right? So like the £7 a day is fine as long as it's £7 a day. But for me personally, oh my god, I'm waffling. Basically,
a few moments later.
And then after that, I had called Bogdad. I said like, okay, let's study together. Let's sit outside because it's nice and sunny and I'm not so worried about my computer. So after I got that cinnamon roll, it was a cinnamon roll this time, and a hot chocolate. It was a tea actually. It was a tea and a cinnamon roll because even though I'm spending it, I was thinking like, do I really need a hot chocolate? I'll just get a tea. Like it's £1 cheaper. It's fine, right? So anyway, before we got distracted, the point is I had a treat from Ground Cafe. I was sitting I was sitting outside with Bogdan, baking in the sunshine, and I just got on with work at that point. I think I had 2 more study sessions left. I can't remember, I'm not keeping track exactly. I had planned to do 3 study sessions a day and 1 extra half an hour, which was for me to write my cheat sheet. So it wasn't really revision, it was like taking notes, because we're allowed to take 1 sheet into the exam. So I think this was the last study session now, so I was working through that. Yeah, and I was doing all right, you know. There was this one topic, like I had gone over the basics, but there was like this more advanced topic that wasn't really covered till the last couple of lectures, and I hadn't really gotten that point in the notes. But as I started doing more and more exam questions, I noticed this question started coming up. It's about small frequencies and stuff. So because it kept coming out, I looked into it, and it was very complicated at first, but it was a big portion of the marks up for grabs in the actual exam, and I managed to go through all of it, and I wrote it down in my cheat sheet. I wrote down an example, and I felt like this was good because I had made so much progress, and I felt very confident for the exam, you know, despite everything. So I felt really good. After that last study session in the sun with Bogdan, I went inside to the library. I had to part ways with Bogdan and sit with another one of my friends where I could write the cheat sheet, a friend from physics. So I went back into the library, top spot. But to be fair, by this point, my focus was out of it. I did actually stay for another half an hour and just do my work. I was happy to kind of like just be by myself at this point, because I think this day I saw like so many people. I must have seen like 200 people. Okay, maybe not 200, like 80, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, the point is my focus was on the decline, and even on this last half an hour, I was very close to saying, oh, you know what, I'll just do it at home. And then even when I did push through, I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. But anyway, yeah, I done it. I still had to do I still had to add to this A4 cheat sheet when I got home, but I did do it. Yeah, that was Wednesday. Stick around for Thursday, where we find out the results of the exam and how that went. So yeah, take care of yourself.